no biggie. Honestly, I see no
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital in FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Washington Commanders. The veteran Joey Sly set to get us started, and we are underway in our nation's capital. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
That is their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. Dances by him. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Hit and drop behind the line by Dre Greenlaw. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Second down and a run by Robinson. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. Just a 1 yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And they're indeed going. Here's Heineke. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1 yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Heineke. Thomas brings it in. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. So as they take it over, we step aside. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Here's Heineke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And the kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Sly set to boot it. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And that's why that position was created. Big, powerful, strong guy who can carry the ball and plow forward. That's exactly why you have him on the field.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. McCaffrey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 4th down, here's Purdy. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Let's go now. All day, defense, all day.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Play action. Now Purdy. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jamin Davis. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Gold is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Heineke. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. From the gun, Heineke. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. They'll run with Gibson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Gibson again. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. Purdy, big fourth down play. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the counter, Gibson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker, because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback. And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Fourth down, Heineke. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again. Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Dancing to his left. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. I think he got a yard to the 41.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackling position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On first down, Purdy. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. Purdy to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Heineke. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Heineke completes it to Samuel. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get down.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Heineke again. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Heineke slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Niners come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope, but the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys can win in the air. This time, though, this defender got up there, and that was the end of the ball game. Close throughout. One team just had